Imagine discovering that the person you love has been dishonest with you. And worse yet, you've been publicly humiliated by them, not even knowing who they truly are. What happens when the truth is revealed and the tables turn? Get ready for a story of betrayal, revenge, and redemption that will keep you hooked from start to finish. Can forgiveness heal the pain, or is revenge the only way out? Don't miss what happens when loyalty is pushed to its breaking point. If you've ever felt betrayed or faced a life-changing twist, leave your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe for more intense stories like this and hit the notification bell so you never miss a chapter of this journey of vengeance and redemption. In a luxurious dining room, Juhyun and his wife, Yoonmi, seem to have it all. A perfect marriage, unwavering love, and a successful life. Juhyun, a charismatic CEO, and Yoonmi, an elegant and ambitious woman, live together in harmony. However, something begins to change. Small gestures of coldness begin to appear, and the trust that seemed solid begins to fray. Juhyun begins to notice signs he cannot ignore. Yoonmi, who was once attentive and caring, now seems distant. He watches her from afar, noticing her changes in behavior. She avoids eye contact, avoids his caresses. Is he being paranoid, or is there something more? Doubt begins to gnaw at Juhyun's heart. He begins to wonder, does she still love me, or is there something more? Distrust grows within him, like a shadow, looming over his marriage. Desperate for answers, Juhyun decides to do something drastic. He can no longer live with this doubt. So, he hatches a bold plan, disguise himself as a janitor at his own company. He wants to see how his wife behaves without knowing who he is. He dresses in a simple uniform, cap, and gloves. That man in a suit and tie now becomes just a simple janitor. He is ready to test his wife, determined to uncover the truth. Now, disguised as a janitor, Juhyun watches Yoonmi with watchful eyes. She doesn't even recognize him. He sees his wife with other men, smiling and talking to them. But what hurts him most is not the interaction, but the coldness with which she treats those around her. She ignores him, dismisses his presence, makes jokes about the janitor, and, not knowing who he really is, acts as if he were invisible. This hurts Juhyun more than he does. Never imagined, the tension only increases. Juhyun witnesses Yoonmi in increasingly intimate conversations with a company executive, and his suspicion turns to certainty. He sees what scares him most. She is cheating on him. Heartbroken, Juhyun feels a mixture of anger and sadness. How could she do this to him? How could she hide this from him for so long? He realizes that the pain of betrayal is harder to bear than he imagined. Finally, Juhyun can't take it anymore. He decides to reveal his true identity. At the height of the tension, he stands up, puts on his suit, and returns to his original form, the CEO of one of the largest companies in the country. His imposing presence leaves everyone around in shock. Yoonmi, stunned, can't believe what she's seeing. She is shocked, speechless. The man she publicly humiliated, that simple janitor, is now the man she never imagined. The truth is exposed. And with it, the pain of a betrayal uncovered. Confrontation is inevitable. Juhyun, with an expression of pain and anger, stares at Yoonmi. He reveals everything, his suspicions, his discoveries, and the pain of being ignored and humiliated by her. He accuses her of betrayal and publicly exposes his lack of loyalty. Yoonmi, desperate, tries to justify herself, but it's too late. Yoonmi, in a last gasp of hope, tries to apologize, but her words fall on deaf ears. Juhyun can no longer hear her. The trust has been broken, and there is no more room for excuses. Juhyun is in a dilemma. He can take revenge, destroy his wife and the executive she cheated on him with, or he can forgive her and move on. He chooses the harder path, separation. He decides to walk away, not for lack of love, but because what remains between them can no longer be repaired. Juhyun resumes his role as CEO, with a new perspective on love, loyalty, and trust. Yoonmi, alone and regretful, begins to realize the consequences of her choices. And so, they both go their separate ways, but with the lesson that sometimes, the greatest act of love is knowing when to let go. Juhyun and Yoonmi's story teaches us that trust is the foundation of any relationship, and when it is broken, the consequences can be irreparable. But, as painful as it may be, life always offers the chance to start over.